Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Keo, and today I wanted to talk about Algorithm DJ, but not that in. I'll expand about it in a second. But before we even get into that, please like and subscribe. Hit the comment section down below. How about with the algorithm? Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this. And if you like to support the channel, you can buy something from my t-shirt shop. That is djkeo.store. Link is in the description. And if you are absolutely dead broke and you want to support the channel, just let the ad play. All right, let's talk about this. So, Algorithm DJ just launched a new app for the iPhone and iPad. And it got me thinking about how we as DJs use this software. I think that there is a big stigma for the longest time about for DJs is you got to use vinyl. You're not a real DJ unless you're using vinyl. Then CDJs came out and it's like, okay, well, you're not a real DJ unless you're using the Pioneer 800s or whatever. And then it was like, well, you're not a real DJ unless you're using Serato and you got to use a laptop. The goalposts have always moved for what it counts to be a real DJ, but the end results have always been the same: mixing and blending, scratching, yada, yada, yada. I put out a poll a couple days ago on my community section. I suggest you stop what you're doing, go to community section. I put up a poll and I was asking the question, how do you feel about DJing on less than pro gear? And majority of people, they said, gear is gear. And even some people left some comments underneath, and the comments are really good. And for the most part, I do agree. And I understand that. I'm standing behind there's some turntables behind me. Like I understand that. Uh I actually still use those. Like those not just props. I agree with the assessment that gear is gear. And you know, nobody looks at Jazzy Jeff or a high end DJ who's using a dinky $200 mixer. Nobody's gonna look at them and be like, "Well, they're not a real DJ." Forget all the words on the wall. Forget how good they are scratching and all that. Whatever. Forget all that because they're not using a certain type of gear. You're not a real DJ. And the reason why, like, my mind was wandering around here is because I'm thinking about how DJs approach the software. You know, we've gone all over the place with what people use now. And I think that finally DJs are settling in this little space of I'm going to use whatever I want and I'm going to use what makes sense to me and what's helpful for my DJ style rather than using stuff because it's the standard. It's the thing everybody else is going to use, or I'm concerned how people are going to look at you when you use this type of gear. For DJs as a whole, we've come a long way. I mean, there's still haters in the DJ community, and people expect you to use a certain thing and whatever. But there's those people are going to be out there no matter what. But I'm happy to see that there's a large area for DJs to move to, and we're getting more and more comfortable being in our skin. When Denon put out the SC 5000 and Prime 4, a lot of people were like, "Hey, I like this. What this is doing," but that's not an industry. It's not an industry standard. And people were like, "Hey, this looks cool. I like what this is doing." And virtual DJ people for a long time have been like, "This is cool. I like using this stuff. Industry standard be damned. I could care less. This is the best thing for me." Overall, the DJ community needs to get to a place where we use what we like because we like it and not because we're concerned somebody's gonna mock you, whatever. Look, people made fun of Windows users for a long time. And I'm not even kidding. I mean actual fact, people were looking at Windows users as they they weren't, as pro as some of these other people because they had a MacBook. Like, stupid. This is dumb. The DJ community kind of holds itself back from expanding and being more embraced by other people because of these kinds of caveman, if you will, attitudes. And we got to get past that. We really do. I've always said for me personally that I don't care what people use, and you have to focus on what makes sense for you. And I've kind of pushed that when I've talked to other DJs. They're like, ah, look at this stuff. Like, nah, man, who cares? Are they good or are they not good? That's the only thing that matters. Are you good? Are you using this thing to your best ability? Are you trash? I think that's where the focus needs to be. And even some of the trash things is we got to be careful here. Some people can't scratch, but they can mix and they do other things. They read the crowd great. I was doing sound for this company, and they had a DJ there who's doing. I'm not gonna add to the names or anything like that, but like, there's a DJ there. He's an old school DJ, and the DJ who was there didn't mix a single song for the whole night, but he rocked the party. I was leaning over by the bar, and I was just like, okay, not a single mix. He had he had a laptop, he had an actual DJ controller, and he had a mouse, a physical mouse. And this guy was using the mouse to start and stop songs. And his style, it made sense why you wouldn't mix songs together because these songs couldn't be mixed together. But the way he did the transition between songs was semi genius. I'll put it like that. I was still like, dude, you're not gonna mix anything. This is how my mind works. I'm like, you're not gonna mix anything. Well, all right, but I was like, okay, well, this guy has complete control over the crowd from the microphone and the way and style he was playing the music. The people were responding to it, and his style worked. Now, I'm not going to go and say, hey, everybody, you can go out there and grab a mouse. You don't even need a controller. Just go do that, and that'll work too. That's the same thing. I'm not saying that at all. All right. You better learn how to friggin' mix. But what I'm saying is that I found it fascinating that this guy had his style and it worked for him. This doesn't apply to everybody. Do not do this. Like, I can't stress this enough. Do not do this. It does not apply to everybody. And it only works on a specific style of music. But, you know, I'm not going to be one of these people like, hey, that DJ's no good. That person's not doing this like I would do it. We got to get out of this area here where people are hating on just doing things. Like, we gotta stop that. This is wrong. This is not helpful. I'm very excited to see where algorithm goes with this type of stuff. Like, they have their full app is on the iPhone right now. If you have an iPhone, plug it into your controller. Bob's your uncle. Go to work. I love that. That's awesome. Uh, Having the same features on a tablet. Awesome. Go for it. I'm loving all of this stuff. I would like Serato on a cell phone, Tractor on a cell phone, full Tractor on a cell phone, full Serato on a cell phone. I love all of this stuff. I think that we got to be stop being constrained by hardware and visuals. If you've learned anything from the last year, nobody's paying attention to your visuals. Everybody's on Twitch, and they have the laptop and they have the controller and they're doing the same thing. It's just a sea of the same thing. And to separate yourself, people got explosions and green screens behind them, but the things in front of them is still the same. And you're getting the same result. I think it's cool. I'm not going to knock anybody who's trying to do something different. I think we need to kind of drop more lines between the real DJ and fake DJ stuff. Like, we need to clarify that a little bit better. I made a bunch of videos about what I think a real DJ and a fake DJ is, and or what a pro DJ and an amateur DJ is. I suggest you look for those in the library. But you know what? Let me know what you guys think about this. Are you happy that they're putting a lot of these apps, a full app, onto your phone and your tablet? Are you happy for the integration and expanding about what you can and can't use? Is because of streaming services like Tidal and BeatSource, this is all possible now. This The difference between my laptop and a tablet or my phone, if I'm connected to one of these streaming services, is negligible. Honestly, if I'm going to connect them to my controller or whatever, it is negligible. The huge thing, the reason why people use the laptop in the first place is because you can store all the music on here or connect a hard drive, whatever. But if everything's in the cloud, I can just download it off of my data plan or whatever. Like, what is the difference? There's literally no difference in my eyes. But you know what? Hey, you guys let me know what you guys think about this. Leave a comment below. I like to hear about this. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And peace out.